I'm nervous. I'm going to be terrible with this.
That's good. Someone's got to lose. Hello and welcome to Deep Cuts the Game, the movie trivia podcast where I give my three contestants three different movies and they try to come up with the most random, obscure, or minor actors from those movies. The deeper the cut, the more points they get. I'm your host, Jeff Penn, and with me as always, or at least I can...
Oh, you had it.
I didn't write it down either.
You fumbled it at the finish line, man.
Never mind then. I'll save it for another time. Alex Young. Alex, welcome back for episode 26.
Oh, thanks, Jeff. Did you love that spot on sports reference?
Did you give me a sports reference?
I did.
Anyway,
you'll hear back in editing and be impressed.
Okay, cool. We're here in November, or as we're calling, I mean, a lot of people call it, it's not our term, Noirvember, November Noir. It's a thing. What are you bringing to the table today? Usually you've got some little anecdote.
It's a thing when you have to follow it up with, it's a thing. People know about it, I promise.
I mean, it is when I hashtag it on Twitter or Instagram, it comes up. It's not something I'm just like when I hashtag deep cuts and it's ooh, 38 mentions of deep cuts. I'm like, oh,
and
that's
it's all just butchers in Brooklyn.
Yes.
Various meats. So I do have a hypothetical for you, Jeff.
Sure.
In the realm of a strangers on a train sort of thing. So in this scenario, you meet someone on a train, okay. And they're gonna give you a cash for life that you can scan on your phone. Winner, Ganyo. You can see $1,000 a week for life. So works as $1.3 million, and you get that scot-free. That is no taxes. Nobody's gonna be like, where's this briefcase of money? But within a calendar year, you have to kill their spouse or whatever. So my question for you is, Jeff, not ethically, morally, whatever, but with your knowledge of CSI, do you think you could pull off a murder and get away with it? Of a stranger, so it's not
yes.
you're going to be dragged in for questioning.
Yes, totally. Unless there's some sort... my DNA is not...
confidence.
No, I'm just saying, my DNA is not in any system at this point. I've never been questioned or brought in for anything. So, yes, I believe I could get away with a murder of a stranger that I have no connection to. My only concern would be years down the road, something happens and my DNA has to be taken. And they go, oh, crap, Jeff killed that person 20 years ago.
My only concern is if I get a taste for it. And then years later, they're like, Jeff was the Pickering Zodiac. We knew it all along. We're just Wordles.
Morally, no, I wouldn't want to do it, Alex. But hypothetically speaking,
thanks for clarifying that one.
Yes, I think I could. I think I could get away with it.
Wild.
So
I figured you'd give it more consideration, not just yep.
I mean, like you said,
I watched so much CSI.
I've watched a lot of CSI, a lot of Criminal Minds, a lot of Law and Order, a lot of Dexter.
Even with all the cameras everywhere now,
yeah, that's true. I mean, I have a calendar year to make it happen, though.
And conceivably, you do have this money that you're welcome to use. You're if you need to buy a shitty car with cash that you can leave in a lake, you have the means to do so.
Plastic surgery.
And I have to physically kill them, or can I outsource it at this point?
It has to be you.
Okay.
Because then it's too many, because he could have just outsourced it, too.
I can't get my really helpful co-host to do it for me?
Jeff, I don't have any upper body strength. If there's one person who can't get away with murder, it's me. I didn't even clear all my fingerprints away in that one level in Heavy Rain. Come on.
Wow. Well, I hope that answered your question for you, Alex. Could you do it?
No, I just said I couldn't.
Okay.
I'd like to think that I could, but I don't have street smarts, man. I got street dumbs.
I don't have to
I don't even have book smarts. I got comic average. What?
It could be poison. It could be cutting brakes. It could be all sorts of things.
No, I'm aware that there's a variety of options, but I'm gonna be bad at it. I'm gonna run myself over a car.
I'd be worried about the magic of forensics now. They can do everything, trace everything.
Yeah, like I said, right now, as far as I know, my fingerprints and DNA are not, and I don't plan on leaving any semen at the scene, so I think we're okay there.
But, I mean, presumably you would, wear gloves and stuff.
And a net, yeah, I would come...
net. And a net on your hair.
I would look like Walter White in, Breaking Bad. I'd have the full suit on. I would be ready to go.
You'd be waiting in the dark. Fully,
in a hazmat suit, fogging up the thing. I hope I get the right guy.
I mean, a stranger's a stranger, right? It doesn't matter who he ends up
Yes.
killing, really.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But I think
Yes.
you're overestimating the system and the technology in the real world. If you're comparing it to CSI,
True.
even if they can do half the stuff that they say they can, the bureaucracy would. I mean, Jeff would have a year before. I mean, I can't get an MRI. You know,
But yeah, they're gonna run this through the
you're
system.
gonna run this
and-
through the system. I mean,
Yeah.
you're good for at least a couple of years.
Yeah, I'm out of town. I'm gone, and I'm still collecting money every week. So
Yeah,
I'll
unless
be
they're
okay.
going through life lapse, it's gonna take forever.
Yes. Well, you've heard their voices. We've got 2 returning players coming back all the way from episode 2, which was entitled "Fucking Chuck Norris." We have Charles Russell.
Hello, everybody.
Charles was on our all sports themed episode and came in a very strong second place to Craig Smeaton, who is not a sports guy, but just crushes all movies all the time. And also back for his second visit. He was back with us on episode 12, the OG's 12 original recipe. Jigar Talati, who came in, you know what? You had 66 points. So I'm not even going to say that you came in last because that's a lot of points for last.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points. That's enough points to
It's a tough
win
game.
most weeks.
That's a tough game.
Both of these guys went up against Craig Smeaton.
They
Yeah.
did. They
That
did.
sucks.
That
Yeah,
does
it's
suck.
tough, and that's why I kind of want to like. I figured they would be a good matchup,
Yeah.
especially with you, Alex, because you're good, but you're not
Smeaton.
Smeaton.
Nobody
What do you
is.
strive for, Jeff? Mediocrity.
So the first thing we do is hopefully everyone is familiar. I'm thinking of a movie, and I'll tell you this: it is a bit of a mystery movie,
Okay.
and whoever can guess the movie closest to the movie I'm thinking of gets to decide if they want to go first, second, or third. Charles, since you scored the lowest points on your previous visit, I'm going to give you first crack at it. What movie do you think I'm thinking
The
of?
only clue I'm getting is it's a mystery movie. That's it.
That's more than I give
More than
pretty much
normal.
any week. Yeah.
You don't give me any years or nothing, eh? 7.
Okay. Jigar, what movie am I thinking of?
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Oh, we actually guess who doesn't listen to the show, Alex. We actually had that on the show last week, Jigar. Is
Oh, okay.
but that's fine.
That's the Craig episode, right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
But you could be the closest, Alex. What movie
because I
am
know
I-
you love this movie. Are you thinking of Clue?
I'm not. The problem is now that I've given you kind of this funnel to like put your answers.
We're all
you're,
equally close.
you're all kind of close. So the movie I was thinking of, and I unfortunately don't have a copy of it because it's really hard to track down in physical media, is The Spanish Prisoner.
Wow.
Oh,
Is it a David Mamet film, or am I just?
yeah, I think that is Mamet. Yeah.
And I can't remember the star's name, but all I can think of is Steve Martin is in it as like
Right, and he plays like a kind of
he's a
bad guy,
villain.
isn't he?
Yeah,
he's
the
the bad
villain.
guy.
in it.
Yeah,
yeah, and Ed Harris is like an FBI agent,
right.
but small part. But yeah, it's very good if you ever get a chance to see The Spanish Prisoner. So it is a movie about a guy who is given a book to take back to New York City, and then he thinks it might be drugs, and there's a whole elaborate thing going on. Alex, I'm gonna say, just because of all the twists and turns, I'm gonna say you're the closest with Clue.
Great.
So I guess you're going third.
I'm gonna go third, Jeffrey.
You jerk. Gosh,
that-
Kiss Bang Bang and 7.
Probably Kiss Kiss Bang Bang because it's not so dark.
Yeah, true. Sorry, Charles. Jigar, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Great.
Poor Charles getting the number 1 spot. That's okay. It's only the worst spot for the first round. After that,
Yeah.
it all equals out.
After that,
Okay.
it's basically third.
Yes. So I've got 3 movies for you tonight. I think you've seen them all. They're all very well known. So from 2016, The Nice Guys.
Nice.
From 2014, Gone Girl.
I have not seen Gone Girl.
Oh, that's right.
You haven't
That's
seen
the
Gone
one
Girl?
Fincher movie I haven't seen.
Oh my god.
And from 1997, we used to talk about this movie all the time, Alex. L.A. Confidential.
Confident.
That's deep as hell.
Oh, that is
It's actually not that deep.
Well, it has a big has an ensemble cast, but
It
it's
does.
not
It's-
that deep.
It's one of my favorite movies, so I should
right.
I should be all right on this one.
Are they confidential?
Yeah. I
It's a
love
great
that.
movie.
I love that movie. So refresh.
So you
my
could
memory-
if you oh if yeah so yeah sorry go ahead Charles, what's your
I was
question?
gonna say my fresh memory. If there is an actor or actress that is in both these movies, you get like bonus points.
You
Right?
get points for both the movies they appear in, which I think I can only think of one person who appears in more than one of these movies. They're not a ton of points.
Okay.
So you could say them right off the top if you want to, but you're not winning the game with the crossover. I
Okay.
would say.
Okay. Because it's like one actress. Oh, I just spoiled it. Shit.
Oh, did you? Or maybe it's someone I'm not even thinking of.
Oh.
So you could be right. Hey, yeah, listen, I may have missed something if I have to go to IMDb and
At
double
least,
check.
at least I think you said the Nice Guys and LA Confidential, right?
Nice Guys, LA Confidential, and Gone Girl.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they're not in all three. Does that matter?
No, that's fine. If they're in
Okay.
two, you get points
they're
for
in.
two. If they're in three, you get all three.
Okay.
Right now, I've only got one written down.
Okay.
So, but I could be wrong. Sometimes there's someone I just, it's in the uncredited or something like that, and I forget.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do LA Confidential because I know that movie. Like I've seen it probably 10 times. So I'm not going to give off the easy ones. But James Cromwell is in that.
James Cromwell, yep, as the captain, I believe, of the police. Don't say anything else,
That's
Charles.
it.
You get one. You get one.
Oh, damn it! Can I get a better one?
No. You go big. You go big first. So James Cromwell.
Oh, I had a better one.
Is 6 points.
So I'm gonna go with Nice Guys. He's a black actor. He's in a lot of movies from the 80s. I think he was in Platoon.
Can you tell me something about him, Jagar? What's his? Give me.
He's got like he kind of has. I think he's got a gap in his tooth.
Does he have a very distinctive voice? Some might say.
Yeah. I bet. I mean, he basically sounds like that.
I mean, I'm going to give it to you, just because yes, he does have.
Oh man,
he's got the same name as another famous actor, except for the reversed.
Yeah,
right. Clark Gregg.
Nope. So close, but
I think we can give it to him. He knows.
Their two first names. It is Keith David.
Keith David
from They Live and
The Thing and Gargoyles.
Community.
Yeah. Right. But he's definitely in Platoon.
Yes.
He's got to be in Platoon.
He's the dad in Nope.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Keith David is worth 9 points.
Great pull,
The Nice Guys.
Nice Guys.
Alex, you get 2 deep cuts.
So I'm going to do 2 for Nice Guys. I don't know if one's worth quite so much, but I'm still going to take it off the board. So my first one is the kid from Iron Man 3 is at the beginning of that movie.
Yes. Wow. Ty Simpkins. He's also
Simpkins. They're both Shane Blacks. Yeah. So
he's also the kid in like the Insidious movies, if I'm not mistaken.
He's the one that goes not missing, but he lost out of his body. Spoilers.
He's worth 10 points.
Awesome.
Damn.
And I don't think she's worth a ton because I feel like she's the main story of it. But Margaret Qualley is in that movie.
Margaret Qualley, yes. Daughter of... Who's the famous actress she's the daughter of?
Oh, Andy McDowell?
Andy McDowell. Yeah, Margaret Qualley for 6 points. Hey, Charles, I double looked. You're right. There is a second person who appears in 2 movies. I'm not going to say anything else. But I didn't want to I didn't want to steer you wrong by saying, no, there's only one when there are 2. Okay?
Oh, well, I only know the one.
Okay. That's fine. Jagar, we're back to you with your second deep cut.
Okay, so Gone Girl, Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry as the lawyer. He's not in it a ton. Like, I mean, pretty big ensemble cast, this movie, and everyone's got a little bit of screen time, but he's worth 6 points for Tyler Perry. Yeah, solid. Okay, Charles, since you seemed very upset that maybe you left a big deep cut on the table, I'm excited to see. You have 2 deep cuts you can give me right now. You get your second and your third.
Okay, so I'm going to go both LA Confidential. So I'm going to go... Well, I don't know. So if I do the one actor that is in both, what is the max amount of points I can get?
Okay, I'm going to tell you. The max amount of points you can get for a person in one movie is 20.
Okay.
The best you can get
But they need to be obscure as hell.
They need to be obscure. Super obscure.
This actor
you're thinking
obscure.
Yeah, so if this person is like one of the leading people in the 2 movies that you seem to be most familiar with,
you might get like 5 points.
Yeah, at the most, but it's probably going to be less than that.
Okay, so I'm going to go with the one that I know is obscure-ish.
Okay.
But I cannot remember his last name. He had a TV show where he played like a mine detective, Simon something.
Ooh, you
well
got it. Yeah.
done.
He's the mentalist, isn't
The
he?
Mentalist.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. Simon
Simon
something.
Baker.
Simon
Baker.
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 Yes.
Baker. That's it.
Simon
yeah.
Baker from
Nice.
LA Confidential for 14 points.
That's a good pull.
I believe as the actor that gets busted for is he smoking pot or is
Yeah,
he...
I just remember he's the actor dude, the like handsome actor guy.
Yeah, in LA Confidential, right?
And
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
like 2 scenes.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
That's
I
very solid.
honestly, I watched it like I want to say like 4 months ago, so it's
Okay.
like, really fresh in my brain.
What was he in? What was the other one he was in?
He's not. He's only in
Oh,
LA
hey.
Confidential,
Oh, no.
but he is worth more points than
Then yeah, okay, got
Then-
it.
probably
yeah,
the crossovers.
The obvious one, yeah.
Yes.
And then the other one is not that deep, but I think a lot of people forget that they're in this. Danny DeVito is in LA Confidential.
Yep. Danny DeVito
Right.
for 7 points.
It's like
as
the only name I had written.
Yeah.
Really confidential.
Essentially the 1940s writer of TMZ equivalent.
He's like the
essentially,
typewriter,
right?
and he's all like,
Yeah.
Such a scumbag in that movie.
kind of.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
he's a writer that like breaks the scoop and like
Yeah.
people like him
But I think he also dies, doesn't he? I think he
Uh-huh.
gets killed. Yeah.
with his typewriter. I think.
Yeah. That's a solid cut. Charles, that's a good start. That's a very
Well,
good start.
you picked a movie I know. Really helpful. Gone Girl, I'm blanking on. So,
Jagar.
So LA Confidential, this actor was in Alias. He played spoiler alert, ultimately he was like one of the bad guys in Alias, TV show Alias. Anyone working here?
what movie are we talking about?
We're talking about LA
LA
Confidential.
Confidential.
I've got it up here. I think I know who you're talking
I
about.
can't remember his name.
But I never watched Alias.
Me neither.
Right.
Can you think of anything else they were in? Especially famous things?
I mean, Alias is pretty famous.
It is. I'm going back to let me look at Alias.
It's a movie podcast, Jagar, not a TV show podcast. Come on.
Okay, so it's not
I
the
mean,
guy
he's-
I was thinking of, and I don't
Okay.
think you would have done that.
What else was he in? I'm trying to think if there's any movies that he was in that you guys might know.
I'm gonna go look at Alias. Was he a big star in Alias? Is this what we're?
He was a prominent.
Yep. Okay,
He was a prominent.
you're right.
Character.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. His name is Ron Rifkin.
Ron Rifkin.
He is second billed in Alias. He's in all 105 episodes. Is Arvin Sloan.
Wow.
That's
Clearly,
right.
Jagar is a huge fan.
Hey, I watched that whole series. I mean, no
Listen,
lie. I mean,
I didn't know Bradley Cooper was in that show.
yeah, I remember Bradley Cooper from that show. So.
I didn't know Balthazar Getty of the Getty family and Lord of the Flies was in that for 17
First of all,
episodes.
Balthazar is the
Wait, is
coolest
Balthazar
name you
Getty
can-
actually from the Getty family?
He is, yeah.
Oh my.
They own all the images.
Yeah.
That's right.
So yes, Ron Rifkin. I honestly can't remember what his role is in LA Confidential. He's
was
the
like a
DA.
lawyer.
He's actually. I
Yeah.
think is he gay in the film? I believe he's homosexual in the film, and I think he commits. Does he commit suicide? Charles, you just watched this movie.
That sounds familiar, but I don't know what actors you're talking about.
Okay, he's an older guy.
I think
kind of
that's a
receding
different
hair.
actor who I'm about to guess, and I might be wrong.
Okay, so Ron Rifkin for 10 points.
I'll have to
Solid
Google
cut.
him after because I cannot picture who that is. There is a plot line like you're talking about, Jeff, but I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I saw it about a year ago, so it's been a while for
Yeah.
me. Alex, you get your third deep cut, and then I'm going to give you a points update.
Okay, so I'm significantly less confident in this guess because it might be who Jagar just said, but I'm going to say a different name. Is David Strathairn in that movie?
David Strathairn's.
Oh.
Yeah, he is. He's not worth as much as Ron Rifkin because
Sure.
we can remember his name.
Yeah, he's a famous man from stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I never remember names. So let's just
that's
be
fair.
fair.
No, but I mean, even Ron Rifkin, I think once you say it, people are like, wait, who? Whereas David
Yeah,
Strathairn,
yeah,
he's in
there's-
stuff.
I want Jagar to guess somebody and it's like, he's a producer on a bunch of movies and he had like 2 lines in Che. Like, are you trying to say Brad Pitt? Yeah, that guy. Him.
David Strathairn is worth 8 points. I believe he's kind of the villain. Like he runs the call girl escort service.
Is he not the one that kills himself on the chair?
I honestly can't remember.
Okay, I feel like this is worth a rewatch. I haven't seen it in
Yeah. No, it's a good movie. Okay,
good
so
movie.
at the halfway point,
Some like
Alex,
incredible performances in it, man. Just incredible.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was a huge movie that year.
Yeah.
we've got a very tight race here. Alex, you are at 24 points. Jagar, you are at 25. And Charles, you are at 27.
Jesus.
Oh, this is going to be fun when one of you loses and is really
Yeah,
upset
like-
about, like, how come that guy got 9 points? Which
Things are Things are getting thin. I'm going to start picking people that everyone knows are in these movies now.
As I just did that, like, annoying voice, I just thought of the thing, like, what do you think your voice sounds like?
Oh,
Like, sometimes people will be like, oh, you've got a good voice. And then, but in my head, my voice is, hey, everybody. I sound like Pete Holmes.
And a little Ray Romano.
And a little Mike Birbiglia kind of thing. So
do
I'm
you
like,
edit these, Jeff?
I tighten them up.
Because
I
when I
take
was
out the
doing,
long pauses. Yeah.
Because when I was doing a podcast, I did one for 5 years. By like the end of the first year, because I would edit every other week, you really get to hear your own voice. And now I only hear what everyone else hears because of doing the podcast.
I don't want to. I don't like hearing the sound of my own voice.
I've become very aware of my, or my, and like the sounds I make, and it's super annoying. I take all mine out. I leave Alex's in. I actually amplify them.
Are you trying to tell me that I don't have the exact same dulcet tones as Josh Groban? Is that what you're trying to say to me?
Exactly, my friend.
You son of a bitch.
Arguing that.
All right, Alex. It's time for your fourth deep cut. You are 3 points out of first place, but you are in it. What do you got?
So nice, guys. He's not going to be worth a lot, but is Ryan Murphy's guy in it? I'm George right now. You know, my guy. I want to say not. He was in the Hollywood show. Matt Bomer.
You're right.
Yeah. He was in it.
Matt Bomer, who I was I looked him up. Okay, I'm like, he's a handsome guy, but I don't know what I know him from. I think he's in like the Magic Mike movies. Is kind of like
he was
in White Collar,
like White Collar, Blue Collar.
Yeah, and
White
he was
Collar,
the star
White Collar,
of some I want to say like the Hollywood miniseries. I think that was on.
That was my next guy.
And
Hollywood Land or whatever.
I think he was in The Sinner, like one of the seasons of The Sinner, the Bill Pullman
show.
Yeah.
He's worth 8 points because I really couldn't remember who this guy was, other than he's just kind of a handsome, lesser Henry Cavill looking guy.
He's like a Wes Bentley.
Yes, he totally is. Jagar, you are currently 2 points back in first place, well within striking distance. What's your fourth deep cut?
Okay, so Gone Girl, the actress that used to be on SNL, she's brunette. Something Wilson, I think her last name was. She was on SNL for like a very short.
Was she? Okay. I mean, there is a girl named Wilson. She's very funny.
I can't remember her first name.
I'll tell you in a second. She is best known for other comedies.
Happy Endings?
I was going to say, is she the girl from Happy Endings?
Yes, she's Happy Endings. Yeah.
I don't think she was on SNL, but I know who you mean.
Casey Wilson is her name.
She wasn't on SNL. Are you sure she was on SNL?
I know her from Happy Endings.
Yeah, definitely Happy Endings. Yeah,
and she was in Black Monday, which was really good.
Oh, I never saw it. Was it good?
Yeah.
And the best thing I read about hers, and I think we're okay to talk about this because she told the story, is like she's in the Santa Claus miniseries that they made like last year with Tim Allen, and she plays the grown-up version of the little girl that got him
that's right.
lactose milk.
That's right.
And she's like, he was just such a dick the entire time.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Oh,
wow.
we watched that with the girls last Christmas, and so I remember her from it, and then I heard about that story, which is unfortunate.
So she's worth 10 points as she is the pretend best friend of the victim in Gone Girl. So very nice, Charles. Very nice, Jagar. Charles, it's your opportunity to be very nice. As you
I know, but I'm now.
And your fifth deep cut. Come on, there's a lot left in LA Confidential.
I know there's a lot left, but I don't remember anyone.
You can do what I do, right? You don't have to have the name exactly.
Yeah. Well, Alex took. I was going to say Matt Bomer because I remembered that from Nice Guys. I don't know what's deeper. So I have an actor who I know is in two of those.
Mm-hmm.
but that's not a deep cut.
I feel like you also know that there's 2 people that's in 2 of those movies, and I would say one of them's worth more points.
Yeah, who's the second one, Charles?
I don't know. I don't know if he's thinking about the one I'm thinking of, or if there's another one that I'm unaware of. But
I mean, I forgot. Anyway, go ahead. What do you got?
Kim Basinger is in Nice Guys and LA Confidential.
She is. I forgot she was in Nice Guys.
Yeah.
I knew she was in LA Confidential. I had her down on Nice Guys and totally glossed over because it's a much smaller.
Yeah.
Who is she in Nice Guys?
I honestly don't remember. To the point where she's worth 8 points because she's Kim Basinger, but I can't remember her character in the movie. She's 8 points there, 4 points for LA Confidential. So
Nice.
she's worth. I mean,
she's the whole poster.
Yes, but she is kind of 4th build. So she's worth 12 points, Charles. That's a very nice
that's
cut.
Not bad.
Son of a bitch.
I'll take that.
So what is your 50 cut though?
Well, this one I don't know. He's a comedian. He's in the Nice Guys. I can never remember his name.
Oh shit!
He's in the Spider-Man movies as a teacher. I think he's the gym teacher. I can never remember his name.
Oh yeah.
And he's in the Nice Guys. Has a small role. I cannot remember what he plays. I just remember him being in it. And
it's okay. I'm going to give it to you because his name is Hannibal Buress.
Yes.
And I forgot he was in the Nice Guys as well.
The man who brought down Bill Cosby.
That's right. He did.
And I cannot remember him what he is in the Nice Guys. I think he's
way, way down in the credits. So
he has I think he has 2 lines. I just remember him because I don't remember. It came to me. But I can't remember his name until you just mentioned it. I just know he's in it because he's got that really distinctive voice.
Yeah.
And yeah. That's all I got. I don't know.
Does he? He just mumbles through gritted teeth.
Yeah.
Jagar, you have your 5th deep cut.
Okay, I'm going to stick with Gone Girl, because we've done this one pre-podcast.
Yes.
So the model Emily Ratajkowski.
Yes.
Wow.
I don't know how deep that is.
I mean, she's featured quite heavily in the parts that I remember of that film, Jagar. She's worth 8 points. She's worth 8 points. So it's a solid cut. It's solid. It's more than Tyler Perry. So you're
too bad. I thought I'd get more for Tyler Perry, but
I mean, he's a very famous man at this point. Alex, you have your 5th and your 6th deep cut. You're going to need something big, I think, to reel Charles in.
Put on your disappointment pants, Jeff, because that's not going to happen. Because here I come in with a 3-point guess of Angourie Rice.
Ooh. No, she's worth 5. And I almost feel you deserve bonus points for even knowing what her name is.
She's famous. She's in the Spider-Mans. She's in the Mean Girls musical. She's in Mayor of Easttown.
Sure, I could have named all those things that she's in, but never given you her name.
If you put more of the Mean Girls soundtrack on your playlists, you'll see her name come up a lot in your car.
She's worth 5 points. She is the daughter of the star of Nice Guys, if that helps anyone with anything. So she's worth 5 points. It's a solid cut, but yeah, it's not going to win the game for you.
Nope, and neither will the next one. Fucking guy from Gladiator.
I mean, he's in 2 movies, so you got that.
Digimon Hansu? No, okay. Russell Crowe.
I would love it if you misunderstood it and gave me Digimon. You're like, yeah, he's got 2 lines.
Yeah, he's in Gone Girl. He's worth 20 points. No, Russell Crowe is worth 2 points for both movies. In my mind, he's kind of second build in both those films.
That's
so 4 points for Russell Crowe.
Wait,
I thought it was 2 points
who's
total.
first build in LA Confidential? If it's
wasn't he first build?
No, I would say it's the star.
Yeah, I'm not going to say his name, but I mean, it's
right.
But
it's
speaking
Russell
of Mayor
Crowe,
of Easttown, so that all ties together. He's in that.
He is.
Why you give me a face like he's not, Jeff?
Wait, what movie?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mayor of Easttown, the HBO series with Kate Winslet and Angourie Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to circle. I think we're talking about different people.
He's a teacher.
No,
No,
we're not. We're talking about the same person.
I think you and I are talking about different people because the person I consider to be the star of LA Confidential is definitely not in Mayor of Easttown.
Do you think?
Who do you?
I'm not going to say it yet because no one said his name yet. So we're just going to keep playing.
Be one of 2 guys. I mean,
sure.
And if it ain't Russell Crowe, it's the guy I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Weird. Interesting.
Okay. Jagar.
I think Alex. Okay. Well.
Okay. What is your? I hope I say a name at the end and you guys all go, "Oh, we completely forgot." Jagar, what is your final deep cut?
I'm gonna stick with Gone Girl and go with Celia Ward.
Celia
who
Ward.
was
Yes,
in
I
Air
don't remember
Force
what
One.
she does in this movie.
I don't know who that
That's
is.
Wasn't she
Celia Ward is Harrison
was
Ford's
she
wife in The
wife in Air
Fugitive that
Force
dies.
in The
Oh.
Fugitive, right? Yeah.
In The Fugitive, that you only see her in like flashbacks getting murdered by
Yeah,
the
I
one
remember her, yeah.
armed man. I
She's in-
don't know what she does in Gone Girl. Maybe she's a reporter or something like that.
I thought it was a reporter, but now the
I have to
reporter.
rewatch this
Uh-oh.
movie.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on.
So you haven't seen Gone Girl, Charles?
No, I saw it in
No,
the
I
theater.
haven't.
Okay.
I
Okay.
saw it in the theater. That's the last time I saw it, which is what?
Okay.
When did that come out?
She's worth 12 points. Don't say anything else, Jagar, because that was your last
Okay.
deep cut.
When
You can.
he said reporter, I was
okay.
like, I just thought of someone else, but okay. I'll stick with it. I'll stick with it.
I mean, it's good. It's a good cut.
Okay.
Charles, it's your final cut. I think you've won the game.
I don't have another team.
Okay, you can give me just a.
The actress in Gone Girl, the one who murders everyone. She's in Star Trek. Something Eve? Alice Eve? No. Damn it. No. Oh,
Too
I
late.
know.
You said
Too
the
late.
name. The name has
Yeah,
been
you said
said.
a name.
Alice
The
Eve
hand's
is
been
not
taken
in the
off that chess piece, my
Are
friend.
you thinking Rosamund Pike is
That's the
girl
one.
in Gone Girl?
That's the one.
Okay, so
Different
before we
blonde
go
lady.
back
Yeah.
into this, who is in your mind? Who's the star of LA Confidential?
Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce.
It's Kevin Spacey.
I mean,
Well, hang on. No,
I mean,
no,
arguably,
no.
here's the thing. Like,
he
okay,
might have been the biggest star at the time.
and that's what I will say.
But
Like,
the main
so
character is
but-
Guy Pearce.
Like he's a supporting actor in the movie.
I don't know if you go back and watch it. They each like Russell Crowe actually probably has less screen time than Guy Pearce and Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey dies. Spoiler. But yeah, in my mind, because he was the biggest star at the time of the movie, and him and Guy Pearce are kind of either way, no one was winning the game with Guy Pearce
no.
or Kevin
Right, but I would
Spacey.
still say if you went to that movie cold right now,
Yeah.
he is the
Sure,
most
you might
screen
come
time
out and go,
Spacey's the
yes.
star.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think
Which I
going
think is how
into
we
that
need to look at that lens because it is 2024.
it is, but I also
so I
think
feel like
going
that's
into that
maybe
movie in
the lens.
1997, I think it was very heavily. It was a Kim Basinger, Kevin Spacey movie kind of
How
thing.
much would have Kevin Spacey been worth if I said that?
1 point. Like
Yeah,
you would have
that's
got
According
it.
to Jeff, he's the star.
I mean, you weren't winning it with Russell Crowe or like none of those were going to win
Guy
it
Pearce
for
or-
you. Like
yeah.
Guy Pearce
mean,
wasn't
Kim-
going to win it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's.
I mean,
why
to be fair, from my recollection, Kevin Spacey was more prominent on the poster than the other
Guy
two
Pearce.
guys.
Because really,
Yeah.
at that point, what had
Just-
Guy Pearce done? Had he even done Memento yet?
I think he'd probably done Ravenous.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Like,
No,
you know what he's
Memento.
around.
he definitely
Memento's in
had-
2000.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Memento hadn't been filmed yet.
so I'm just looking. I'm sure everyone at home and in their car who's listening to this is like, this is great. Edit this all out.
We get to listen to Jeff do research.
LA Confidential's honestly his first appearance in anything
Wow.
of mention.
American.
Like that's not Australia.
Like, yeah, he's got Snowy River, the McGregor saga for 65 episodes. Then he does LA Confidential, and Ravenous is 2 years later.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I would say Kevin Spacey was the star. Like, I think you would say the breakout star of that film is Guy Pearce, whereas Kevin Spacey was
And
the
Russell Crowe.
yeah.
and Russell
I
Crowe
can
were
see
the
that.
they were the ones carrying that film. That film doesn't get made without Russell Crowe and Kevin Spacey
True.
attached to it.
And now it doesn't get made with
Kevin Spacey in it, yes. But hey, Lori Loughlin can keep working, so maybe Kevin Spacey can.
Was she the college admission lady?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was.
that's fine. Nobody
That's-
cares about that.
That's
Yeah.
way.
just
That's
money.
way.
If it's
that's
just
way
money,
less.
it's fine.
That's
Like
way less
Wesley
tragic.
Snipes is back in Disney shit. Like it's all right.
Let's see. Did we miss
Who
any-
else is in Gone Girl?
Okay, so LA Confidential, Paul Guilfoyle from CSI. Speaking of CSI,
Right. Oh, right. Yeah.
and that's about it. You pretty much ran
Yeah, I'd
all
see-
the
I saw
notable
that
people in
much
LA
movie
Confidential.
in-
Gone Girl, Ben Affleck, Rosamund Pike, Neil Patrick Harris.
Well, so Neil Patrick Harris, I didn't want to say it because I felt like he was worth
He was 5
not as much, right?
because he's not in it much.
Is Wendy Crewson the reporter?
She's not. You're thinking of The Room.
Oh,
She's the
right.
reporter in The Room. So good thing you didn't say it.
Yeah.
Carrie Coon is the sister. Kim Dickens and Patrick Fugit are the cops.
Wow.
Missy Pyle is in it. Lee Norris shows up again. Alex Lee Norris was in Zodiac. He's one of the kids from Boy Meets World. He's the nerdy kid in Boy Meets World. He's one of the Zodiac victims. Boyd Holbrook. I don't remember him in this movie, but
What?
he's in it. And Scoot McNairy. One of my
Let's go
favorite
with-
names. I believe he is, not to spoil anything for Alex, but he is a former lover of Rosamund Pike that Ben Affleck talks to in a bar one time. And that's all I'm going to say.
Wow.
Spoilers. Nice Guys. Obviously, Ryan Gosling. Lois Smith from True Blood. I think she's the aunt in True Blood, if I'm not mistaken.
And Twister.
Yes, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. She's the aunt in Twister.
No, she's in both. You're right in both.
Okay.
Those are my two cuts, ones for her, 100%, no other things.
And the other deep cut that I wouldn't have known until now was Jack Kilmer, Val Kilmer's son, is in The Nice Guys. Oh, wait, there was one other. No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's in something else. Never mind.
Boy, you have to do so much editing on this episode, Jeff.
Oh my god,
It's gonna be like 15 minutes long.
You know what's ridiculous is I posted a thing on LinkedIn about like my new job is Deep Cuts the Game podcast, and so many people congratulating me on it. Like, congratulations. And I'm like, hey, it doesn't make any money. I'm like, I don't get anything from this, and it just eats up all my time and energy. Oh wait, it exactly is like a job. And people are like, congratulations. And I'm like, how about shutting up?
That's like me getting congratulated on like opening a new Etsy store where I sell little anklets that I knit. Like, that's not a real job.
Okay, so I think Charles has won. So let's
Holy crap.
Let's go through the
By
points
how
here.
much? By how much?
Alex had 24 at the half. He picks up 17 in the second half, gives him 41 points. Jagar had 25, was in second place, picks up 30 points in the second half. So you actually picked up steam there, Jagar. So you finish at 55. Wow. Charles was in the lead with 27. Picked up. Charles, you know what really sucks?
What?
Is that Alice Eve guess on the final one? Like, literally, if you well, no, you don't lose any points.
You just get 0 points.
You get 0. So you got 27 in the second half, with 27 in the first half gives you 54. Jagar wins with 55. Had you said the star of LA Confidential, Kevin Spacey or Guy Pearce or anything, you would have gotten it.
Even Ryan Gosling, 1 point.
Ryan Gosling would have
tied it.
Wow. I'm so glad that was I'm glad it was a good game, one way or the other.
Yeah.
I take no pleasure
that makes
in this,
one of us, Jeff.
I'm good at coming in second.
Yeah.
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
Jagar, so you have not been on since we did this, but the winner of the game gets to decide or, suggest a future, we'll say, celebrity guest, but it doesn't have to be a celebrity. It could be, just someone.
Okay.
So who do you think we should try to get on the next or a future episode of Deep Cuts the Game?
So it's got to be someone that's gettable.
It doesn't.
doesn't.
By the names people have been throwing at me, no, it doesn't,
Yeah,
and it
like
never
Bill
is.
Hader and Tina Fey, like.
I mean,
okay.
even Craig gave me last week, like, Karina Longworth from, like, You Must Remember This. And I'm like, oh, from the Hugely Successful podcast? Yeah, she'll come and slum it on this piece of garbage for an hour.
So let's start with Dream List. I think Conan O'Brien. I don't know if anyone's ever said that, but
No one has.
I think he'd be great.
He probably would be.
Team Coco might, if they're listening.
Jagar, they're not.
Listen, man, you don't know that.
I'll tell you what, Jagar.
We do.
You said
you don't know that.
We see
Team
the
Coco,
metrics.
They're just biding their time.
There is that
Waiting.
one person in LA that keeps listening, Alex. So maybe it is him.
Oh my God, it's them.
I'm just saying.
They're waiting for the call. So, Jagar, if you do want to give me a lesser one, I would love to hear a lesser suggestion, but that's okay.
Someone actually does come to mind. So a friend of mine who has a podcast as well, him and I had a guy in common. He's a comic, Toronto-based. His name is Gavin Stevens.
I know that name. Yeah.
And he's kind of a uber nerd. He knows movies, knows comic books. And I was just talking to my friend on the weekend, and he said we were just, we're remembering our time with Gavin, and we're like, oh, we haven't talked to him in a while. So I can ask my friend to reach out to him.
Yeah.
Actually, I may have his number But
Jagar, do it right now, Jagar.
well, I
Text
mean,
him right now.
it's been a while. It's
No,
been a
it's
while.
okay.
So
Jagar, I
That's
don't
when you
need
start the
that.
text. Hey, it's been a minute, but
Hey, want to be on a podcast?
I'm sure he's on the socials. Reach out
Oh,
to
yeah.
him.
And I'll mention my friend Jagar. So
name
you
drop
might be.
Jar, and you'll be good.
He won't. He may not remember. We haven't talked in like 10 years. But Sam, my friend, has talked to him probably maybe a few years ago now. So I can, if you are interested, I'll help you set that up.
I mean, it's better than talking to you two dopes every week. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, that would be excellent. Okay, so this is the part in the show where we let people promote anything that they might have going on. Charles, since you didn't win, you were so very close. Where can people find you? What's your socials? Where's your photography at that you're working on?
Yeah, I have two Instagrams. It's Charles Russell with ones as the L's if you're really that interested. But my photography one is Focal Point Pics, and that's if you want to reach out for family photos or portraits or LinkedIn profiles, whatever. I do that, sort of like my side gig. But that's that's pretty much it. But thanks
Cool.
for having me. I love coming in second.
Jagar, how about you? What anything you want to talk about?
Not particularly. I mean, I'm not big on the socials, so I have nothing to share there. But I'm happy to be back on Deep Cuts after a very long time. I was doing some traveling, and it's good to be back. Alex,
thanks, buddy.
I'll let you take it from here.
Alex, we actually got some listener feedback on our last episode while we were recording this. It popped up from our long-time listener, Kevin Watson. He was so thrilled when we mentioned him last episode. And last episode, I made mention that I feel you could make the argument that Scott Thompson has the three best. If you took someone who's been in 3 different TV shows, there maybe the 3, not the best TV shows of all time, but they're very good. Like he's got Kids in the Hall, Larry Sanders, and Hannibal. So like 3 very good TV shows. Kevin heard that and pitched me Ted McGinley. But then didn't even pitch me the best things that Ted McGinley is in. Like it's not like he was like Shrinking and something else. It was like Happy Days, The Love Boat, and Married with Children. And I was like, he killed all 3 of those shows, if I'm not mistaken. Was that not the Ted McGinley curse? Like he would join a show and then within like a season or 2, it would get canceled.
Who is Ted McGinley?
He's on Shrinking. He's Krista Miller's husband.
Oh, that's
like
he's great.
Doug, he's the neighbor. He's always the neighbor.
Oh yeah, he's great he's great in Shrinking because he only has about 45 seconds of screen time every episode, and it's
Pam.
always great.
No, we hate Pam. Oh, go to hell, Pam.
I think his name is Derek, right? His name's Derek because the last episode was Derek too.
And it's Derek too. He's been more prominent this season.
Yeah, I like him. And it was funny. I was watching a very, very old episode for some reason of Northern Exposure, and Krista Miller was in it, like a very young Krista Miller.
Wow.
And I was like, hey, it's Krista Miller. Alex, what do you got going on with you?
I got nothing, Jeff. I got nothing. It's all the Halloween stuff's done. So just support your video stores, support your rep cinemas, which I know I say this every week. But Darren Oliver reached out and he's like, because of what you said, I have started going to my like local theater in Collingwood or wherever. And he's like, please be proud of me. And I'm like, I am. I'm very proud. You're single-handedly keeping it in business and genuinely great work. So everybody be like Darren and go to your local theater. See some movies. It's a fun time. It's getting chilly out. It's kind of dark. Go to movies all the time. You're not missing good weather. Get out of here.
Are they showing Venom 3 though, Alex? That's what really matters.
Oh,
I think he was good. He told me he was going to go see Saturday Night, which is really good.
Great movie.
Yep.
I saw Venom 3, Jeff.
I did too. I liked it.
It was fun. Better. It was a good time, but it was an awful movie.
Really? I think it was better than the second one.
So, it's funny because I was talking to young Alex here about Saturday Night, and it struck me as a great movie for a deep cuts like future episode
in like 10 years.
In like down the road, like
you'd be like, do you remember Finn Wolfhard as the Page kind of thing and stuff like that?
Well, because the cast there's sort of a lot of young guys and gals who you're like, okay, this could be the movie that kind of puts them on the map. Give it like, a few years, and some of them will pop up in
Yeah,
a
because
lot
you got
of-
like Rachel Sennett and Dylan O'Brien. Like you've got that younger for sure.
Well, Jagar, I'm gonna pen you in for November 4th, 2029 for episode 252 of
Got
Deep
it.
Cuts.
That's ambitious, Jeff. It's going to be
Done.
episode 51.
Yeah. Alex, do you have an outro for me?
Yes. So I've sent it now.
Okay. Because I noticed, like, last week you let me do my Batman, we'll say. And I realized the Batman I did was the Batman voice that he does when he's talking to Alfred while he's still wearing the costume. For whatever reason, he still disguises his voice a little bit. He doesn't do the full, I'm Batman, but he does it. Alfred, we got to stop this right now. I'm like, hey, just talk with your normal voice.
Nah, it takes
Bruce.
him a little bit of time to like get out of character. We all get it.
Yes.
So this one, Jeff, don't read it yet. I did send it
Okay.
because sometimes it takes a little bit to kind of
Mhm.
populate on your phone. So your direction for this one, and I'll give you a little bit of dialect coaching off the top. We're going British, pretty
Oh.
straightforward
Oh,
British, but
boy.
I want to avoid like a French Cajun thing that you did like a while ago. We were trying to do Cajun and it came out Montreal Smoker for some reason. So
I was really hoping for an Indian thing, but okay.
no. Anytime there's accents, they are exclusively white accents. There's never gonna be anything else.
He's like, did you ever see Peter Sellers in The Party? I need you to do that. No, Alex, don't finish my
Mike
career
Myers
before it
in The
started.
Guru.
Yes.
you like reservation dogs, right?
Oh, boy.
So no, we're not doing any of that. We don't have a lot of listeners, but we don't need to alienate all of them.
Even if
So
I
we'll
give you
just
a
alienate the Brits.
Jeff,
That
I give
seems
you
fine.
a hall pass for the Indian accent.
You're not the boss, man. Okay, yeah. So British, but I don't want like Dick Van Dyke. Like, all right, Governor, master of the
Okay,
house.
good,
Like,
because I don't think I could do that.
don't do that one, and I don't want anything like too snobby. Like,
No
don't give us
no
like a
Northern
the estate in Dorset has wonderful petunias. Like, don't give me any of that. But like, go right down the middle. Give me like a measured, like a Matthew McFadden in anything except Succession, like a Pride and Prejudice, or even Deadpool 2, a little Hugh Grant, something measured, buttoned down.
Oh,
good
God,
King's
stop it. You're
English.
killing me. You're killing
King's
me.
English. Masterpiece Theatre on PBS. It's fancy because it's Masterpiece Theatre, but it can only be done with support of viewers like you. That kind of shit. Give me that.
Okay.
For this.
Ugh, you're such a jerk. Oh, my gosh. Jesus Christ. I can't even start it.
This is already the best thing.
And for everyone at home or in your car, imagine Jeff's like in a high back chair, leatherback chair. He's got a book in his lap, fire roaring, maybe a smoking jacket. It's the end of a long
Well,
day.
Ascot.
Well,
He's wearing
yeah,
an
you
ascot.
get it.
Scotch next to him.
Okay,
Take a picture.
okay. I'm just going to do it, and it's going to be awful. The rain lashed against the window pane, mirroring the turmoil within Jeff's mind. The puzzle, once so intricate, has finally yielded to winner's name. Oh, that's the part where I'm supposed to say the winner's name. I was so into it. Yielded to Jagar's razor-sharp intellect. As Jeff sat in an armchair, a satisfied smile playing on his face as he thought of his brilliant co-host, Alex Young. The thrill of the chase. Oh, why do you put such big words in here that I have to do with an accent? The exhilaration of the solve would soon be replaced by the quiet monotony of everyday life. But for now, he would savor this moment of triumph, a testament to the power of reason and the unwavering pursuit of truth. Thank you for listening. Do endeavor to join us next week. From all of us here at Deep Cuts the Game, see you next week. God, you suck, Alex.